It's Binko tomorrow, right?
Yep. Hey everyone, it's Jen at Ink Paper Rubber. Guess what? I have more new tailored expressions to show you. We got restocked on a few of the things that were out of stock on, as well as ordered even more stuff from the new release. So let's jump right on in because so many fun things to show you. First of all, I got a couple of older stamps back in. The first one is the Simply Stamped Moon. I believe this one came out in August. This is a really amazing layered moon stamp, and it also has some really nice sentiments pertaining to the moon. And it's a little bit hard to see because of the trees, but we used it here on this background, and we also used it on last Saturday's Make and Take. And while it's a great moon for using for Halloween projects, you can actually use this all year long. It's a really, really nice set. Also got back in the Sweet Tomb stamps that go along with the Tombstone Trio die. These are just some really funny sentiments that are sized to fit on those tombstones, and we actually use those on this card here as well. So we do have those back in stock. All right, let's jump into new stuff. First of all, I got the Buffalo Check plaid background back in stock. This one sold out really, really quickly, and it's no wonder. It's amazing. I will tell you, I was just looking at the Tailored Expression site, and this is out of stock on their website right now. So if you didn't get it and you want it, I urge you to go ahead and get in here and pick it up. Also got back in the Snowdrifts die. This one was also really popular. You can see that you get 3 dies here that lets you build all kinds of fun snowdrifts back there. All right, let's get in because now I have some new things to show you. They're things that came out in this latest release that we did not get in last week, some really fun ones. First of all is this stamp set that's called Sea Sand Santa, and you can see you have this Santa who looks like he's at the beach. He has his Hawaiian shirt on. He's got a surfboard, the palm tree with the Christmas lights on it, and some really fun kind of beachy greetings on it. It even has the Mele Kalikimake. So that is really fun, and there is a stamp set for that too. Kind of continuing the fun beachy theme is this new stamp and die combo set that's called Pink Christmas. And you can see here we have the flamingos. One of them has the Christmas lights. This one has a wreath around his neck, and that one has the scarf and hat on, and a couple of fun sentiments. And this is one of the sets that also includes the dies with it. You get the 3 dies for the flamingo stamp. So, as I've told you many times, these sets are some of my favorites. I love the sets that come with the stamps and the dies. They're always a really, really great value. Something else that was very popular and we sold out of pretty quickly last week was the new On a Hinge set. This one is Mary. You can see you get the Santa jacket and the Santa legs, as long as some sentiments. And here is the matching die set, so you can use that with the On a Hinge die and make a really cute project where the Santa legs will swing back and forth. All right, on to some new things that we did not have last week. This is a really nice new background stamp. This one is called Scandinavian Christmas. You can see all the pretty Scandinavian icons there, the hearts and the snowflakes and the reindeer. That snowflake is very much like the one on their new stencil that we also have in. If you like to color, you definitely want to check out this big ornament stamp. And it really is big, much bigger than it looks there on the package. You can see there how big it is. And this is great to color in. This die is a really good basics die. It is new. It is the Petite Scalloped Oval, and you see you get multiple dies in there in various sizes. Just want to point out that scallop works really great in a number of their background stamps, such as the Twiggy background that have that opening in there, and that scalloped oval will fit perfectly in there. Another die that we got in is the Pine Bough background die, and this goes with the gorgeous Pine Bough background stamp. If you want to do a project where you need to cut it out, then you can use the die to do that. These next two are really fun stamp and die combos. They are called Flip the Script, and this one is the snowman. And let me show you back here, because you get the snowman, and these are actually designed to be tags. You can see that there is a hole there that it cuts in his hat, and so those are really great if you want to make your own gift tags. You'll also get a die for his hat, but then with the two stamps you get, the reason they call it Flip the Script is this is a normal positive stamp set that you can just stamp on your die cut, but this one is a reverse or negative, so when you stamp it, the background is going to be the color that you have the ink stamp with, and the words will actually be in whatever color paper you stamp it on. The other Flip the Script tag that they have is the tree, and you can see again the same thing, positive and negative with the stamp. And you also get the tree die there, and again you can make it a tag if you want, and then there is also a tree die, a star die that you can cut out for that. Alright, let's go on with some more dies. These are so cute. This is called Build a Gingerbread, and hopefully we're going to catch up here and you're going to be able to see it, because right now I cannot see at all what I'm showing you. I'm locked up. So this one is a really cute gingerbread die, quite a bit, whether it be a bow tie, Alright, sorry, I think I am back now. I'm not sure exactly where I cut off, but we were talking about the Build a Gingerbread die here. There you can see him. He is quite a good size die. And there is also a coordinating die set, which is called Gingerbread Attire. And you can see there you get his little suspender shorts. You get a cute little dress if you want to make it a girl. There is the collar, and there's also the little Santa hat to go with it as well. There were some new boxed in papers. I think we've sold out, so we'll have to get some more. They were the cards with the fun borders around them, and they were holiday ones. And there is a new bubble greetings that goes with that. This one is called Jingle, and again quite a bit larger than it looks on there, so you can stamp this and do a little bit of coloring and really have a really simple card. Next up is a new Little Bits die, and this one is called Holiday Bloomers. This one is really nice because you have a pretty little poinsettia flower and some holly leaves. And here, this little die, you can either use it as holly berries, or you can also use it to create the center of your poinsettia. This next one I think is really, really fun. This one is part of their On the Road series, which is all different kinds of vehicles, and this one is called Station Wagon, and you can see you get all the pieces to make one of the old Woody station wagons, as well as a die so you can put it on there for bringing home the Christmas tree. Keep in mind that if you use it without the Christmas tree, you could use that all year round. Alright, stencils. We did get the Snow Flurry stencil back in stock. This would be great for creating a snowy background. And we also got in the new Brick by Brick stencil, which is really nice for doing a big brick background. I will show you some samples online here when we're done, and you can see those in action. I also wanted to talk again a little bit about the new ink colors, some really great colors. The first one is Sea Salt. This is a hybrid ink, so that means you can use it with your watercolors, and you can also use it with your alcohol markers. It is a really beautiful pale gray. So if you like to do no line coloring, this would be a really great ink to use for that because it is so pale. And we got the little mini cubes in. And I just wanted to show you this paper. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see on here. Let me bring over something that is white next to it. The Sea Salt cardstock is really gorgeous. It is this really pale gray. It will be really nice if white is too stark, but you don't want to go with a cream color. This Sea Salt cardstock will be really amazing. Probably the one I am most excited about is their new green cilantro, because it is a really and truly a really gorgeous Christmas green. It's not too bright. It's got a little bit of depth to it, but it is definitely not a hunter green. It is much more of a Christmas green. So I was so excited to see that in the lineup. And also the new blue, which is called Blueberry, is also a really beautiful blue. It is kind of a royal blue, but again, not too bright. It's kind of a cross between royal blue and navy, and we did get in the little mini ink pads in Blueberry as well. All right, let me just show you some samples from the Tailored Expressions website where they have used all this goodness. Always love because they have so many samples on their website. There you can see is the On a Hinge Mary, and his little legs swing back and forth. So cute. There you can see in the background of this cute tag is the buffalo check, and then it also uses the Flip the Script stamp set. This one is the Snowman stamp set, and actually also used, I don't know if you can see it up there, it used the Holiday Bloomers little bits. We've got some holly leaves and berries on his hat. Here is a cute one using the sea, sand, and Santa, and I'm also going to point out it uses the Snowdrifts die, and so there is an example of where they have used it to create water and sand instead of a snowdrift. I was going to show you here. Here is an example of the Snow Flurries stencil. They have used that in the background. They've used it with, looks like, some embossing paste to create a little bit of texture in their background. Here is a really cute one. I think they've used the Snow Flurry stencil in the background, and they've used the Brick by Brick stencil to make the chimney, and then just the Santa legs from the On a Hinge Mary, and it's so funny when you see that in action because his little legs wiggle back and forth. Here is another example with the Flip the Script snowman, and again the buffalo plaid background you can see in a different color this time. And somebody asked me today, they were looking at the stamp and they're like, how do you use that? Do you stamp it in two colors? What you really do is you stamp it on a colored cardstock. So I'm pretty sure that in the background is the new Blueberry cardstock, and they have stamped the stamp with black. So totally can stamp it on a colored cardstock. Here's an example of the Flip the Script trees, and they actually have used them to make little gift tags for their holiday packages. Next up is the new big ornament, and actually you can see they've also used the pine bough edger up there and die cut that out, but look how pretty that is with the coloring, and it really doesn't matter what you like to color with. There's some other samples here. Here it looks like it probably was done with some watercolor, so whereas the other one I think was probably done with alcohol markers. So lots of different mediums. If you like colored pencils, you can totally use that as well. All right, here we have a sample from Pink Christmas. Another fun beachy Christmas scene. And here we have several things. We have the pine bough edger. We have the brick stencil, and probably also the Snow Flurry stencil there to create that background. And then we have the station wagon die there in the front. Love that card. Here is an example with the Scandinavian background, and I especially love this. This is a tone-on-tone background, so that's a much more subtle and soft background. But you can certainly, if you want, go much brighter with this stamp. And if I can get it to change here. Well, maybe not. Let's see if I can bring it up. Well, there you go. There is a much more contrasting, although again, still pretty soft and subtle. So it just makes a really nice background. All right, gingerbread, build a gingerbread. Here is just the basic build a gingerbread, and they've used it on a cute card, but I also wanted to show you. Here they have used it with the attire, and they've created this really adorable garland, decorated them up as boys and girls. Use lots of fun pattern papers to cut out their clothes. And finally, I also want to point out that you can cut them out of felt. How adorable are those? Some felt Christmas ornaments. All right, just wanted to show you this one. This one uses the Holiday Bloomers Little Bits die up there, again cut out of felt. And you can also see the Petite Scalloped Oval was used on this card as well. There is another sample showing how well that works with that twiggy background stamp. And finally, there is our bubble greeting using the new boxed in Christmas cards to stamp in. All right, I think that is all that I have to show you for right now. I hope you all are staying dry today and are getting prepared for the cooler weather. If you're out and about, please do stop by and see us. We'll have a good afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.